Greetings, dear viewers! I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Final Fantasy III. Yes, I made it through the ancient ruins. And I also wanted to show you something, just in case you ever doubted that this is literally nothing more than a port of a mobile port. It has slide-based mouse controls. Yeah, feels very unnatural. Anyway, here's a giant crystal tower, and I'm only here to do one thing. To open this door to Eureka. Hey, something's happening! And that's the way inside. The key that Doga gave us worked. Let's do this. Okay. So this is the Forbidden Land of Eureka, where you can get the strongest weapons and actually, there's just a bunch of stuff down there. Like, the lowest level of Eureka literally has shops. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get there. But I'm not after any of that right now. I just wanted to open that door, because opening the door to Eureka is the condition to finish the quest line with the legendary smith, to give her the orichalcum, and to receive the Ultima weapon. And you know what? That is worth it. Furthermore, now that I hate these damn things. Just look, here's a secret, okay? The Crystal Tower is an absolute pain in the ass, okay? Just everything about the Crystal Tower is hard. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to bust out a Kiraga right now, or risk a full party wipe. That is quite concerning. Alright, and this thing has over 8,000 HP. That is also concerning. Seriously, Blep, I need you to kill this thing now. Alright? I'm just trying to leave. I don't want to be here yet. There's a lot of things I want to do first. Alright, we are free. So, I'm going to backtrack my way through the entire ancient ruins. I'm gonna get back to the Invincible, and then it is time for me to start grinding and in-game side questing. Oh dear God. Okay. So I'm going to try to run away, because I can't beat this thing. Oh, thank God. Okay. You know what? That is enough stress for me right now. I will see you all in a minute after I have gotten out of here, done some grinding, and am ready for my next adventure. See you in a minute. We're back at Odin. We got a lot more health than before, and this is attempt number 4. Okay, I actually didn't steal anything. That's honestly surprising. Also, even if I manage to steal the weapon, there's a good chance that this attempt will fail, because, well, I forgot to swap my white magic back onto Lunith, so I have no healing. Come on. Alright. Okay, we have the weapon. So now the question is, can we kill Odin before he kills us? Unfortunately, that's going to be a lot harder. Crap. Okay. Everyone is still alive. We survived a Zantetsuken, and Iggy is now free to attack. Come on. 8,000? Okay, if Iggy lives, I might have this. He's only got around 30,000 health. Yes! Finally! I finally succeeded! I finally got the weapon. But, more importantly even than that, I have received the level 6 summon. Warriors of the Light, my powers are now yours to command. We have obtained the summoning spell Catastro, because, again, for whatever reason, it doesn't just name them after the thing. Yes, we are all level 44 now. And Iggy is job level 90. Wow. Okay. Who the hell has my white magic? Okay, Blep. For some reason, Blep has my white magic. There, that's better. Alright, well, I still have some other places to go to, and I will see you there shortly. Welcome back! We are outside the town of Falgabard, because I believe the legendary smith is here, and we did find the Orichalcum. Is this what you were looking for? Yes, that's unmistakably Orichalcum. I didn't think I'd ever laid eyes on it. Thanks for bringing it to me. Mind if I start working on it? Do as you wish. You hand over the Orichalcum. This is going to be quite the challenge indeed. Bring me a weapon. Ah, I was expecting you. I've succeeded in tempering Orichalcum. The result is my best work yet, if I may say so myself. Here, it's yours as promised. Use it well. The Ultima weapon is mine. I will now continue my travels, seeking new metals to temper and all that. Maybe we'll meet again somewhere. Yeah, good luck then. You too, farewell. So, from this point on, if ever I have a job level on a character at level 99, and I find the legendary smith, who basically just appears and disappears from over a half dozen different locations, she will give me one piece of legendary gear, usually a weapon, sometimes an armor, per job that I master for the rest of the game. So one of my long-term goals now is to successfully master every single class in this game. Because this is the best gear that you can get. Don't worry, I will not make you sit through that grind. That would be cruel, and frankly, it's slightly cruel doing it to myself. I don't think I actually have anyone who can use the Ultima weapon right now. Mostly because, well, Black went goth again and is now a magus, which is basically an upgraded white mage. And yes, even goes so far as to have level 8 spell slots now. The upgraded spellcasting classes are no joke. But you can see that there's a lot of spells that Blep doesn't actually have. So, what I'm going to do is take a trip down to Daga's village and see just what I can afford. I don't think, even with my current wealth, that I can afford everything. Because, I mean, magic really, really does get expensive in this game. And, really, Esuna is a level 7 spell in this game. There is no reason that Esuna needs to be a level 7 spell. Literally, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm literally just putting all of my magic onto 3 different characters, just so I can keep track of it more easily for the sake of completion. I do believe that level 8 magic can only be bought in Eureka. So that, at least, I know I can't access at this point. But the rest of it, I should be just fine. So I'm going to take another break while I stock up on magic and head to the next dungeon. Because I may have gotten Odin, but that is still only the level 6 summon. Which means that there are still 2 more out there. And I am very, very much looking forward to introducing you to them. See you soon! And I'm back again. I have returned once more to the floating continent. Because there is something interesting here. You see that giant shadow? Yeah. There is a giant shadow in that lake. If you know your Final Fantasy, you can probably already guess what that is. But if you don't know your Final Fantasy, I won't quite spoil it for you yet. Anything important, Mog? Oh, yep. 4 old men. Heroes and champions like us must stay in top shape. Eating and sleeping well are paramount. Now drop it you're holding and go outside and exercise. Jeez, okay. It's been a while since Father has gone, but Saronia is now flourishing in its newfound peace. You should visit us again sometime. Oh, and nope, stop. Keep talking. How has the Nautilus served you so far? The engineers assure me that it should not budge an inch, even when flying against the strongest gale. Well, thank you. They're all very proud of your letters. Alright, let's save. Because what I am about to attempt is stronger than Bahamut. And not exactly by a little. But I've got magic backing me up. Hello there. And time for a canoe. We have found Lake Door. There is a lot of treasure in Lake Door. Actually, that way leads to the stairway, so I'll just go over here first. We got more Mr. Penchies. No, I am not having you. Like the Devout, it sort of tapers off on the middle to lower spells, but gives me a lot of uses, especially for this level 5. How much does a Thundaga hit the entire enemy party for? Well, I mean, obviously Iggy can kill anything, and Bob is not that far behind. Alright, well, it's definitely screwed because it's about to take a single target Thundaga. Really? Is that it? That's honestly kind of disappointing. I certainly hope that wasn't with it being weak. Although, Blep is in the middle of a job adjustment phase. I'm confident, though, that I can get enough random encounters in here to, you know, have Blep not be completely screwed by the time we reach the boss. We're really not going to be using level 4s, so we'll just single target Blizzagas and call that a strategy. Thank you, Iggy. As always, your efforts are highly appreciated. This is the thing, though. If you push your characters far enough, even the weak jobs in this game are fully capable of handling themselves toward the end game. And while the original did not necessarily have the equipment to support all of that, the remake does a much better job of it. And I have decided that the best way I can demonstrate that is that when I do the final dungeon, I am going to use different group configurations for each boss. And it is very possible that I will end up greatly regretting that decision. But I truly feel that it is the right thing to do. To show off that any class in this game, given enough time, given enough effort, can truly be useful. Well, with the exception of the Scholar. That's honestly just a really, really crappy class. And obviously things like Red Mage are going to have been, you know, completely outpaced by other options. I mean, within reason, you know. I know that they did their best in this version of the game to make sure that everyone had a chance to be good. But some of the classes, like the White Mage, the Black Mage, the Monk, they simply get outpaced by future job classes. They are built to ultimately be replaced. In the original FF3, the Sage and the Ninja classes were actually locked in Eureka. And the only way to access them was to get all the way through Eureka, which I haven't even done yet. And the endgame was basically balanced around having a Ninja and Sage party. Maybe with a Summoner thrown in for, you know, a little bit more just magical damage. But yeah, the original was built so that the classes could replace each other. Just some classes were objectively, intentionally superior to others. And that's actually the big reason why I decided to play the remake instead. Even though, in many ways, it's very, very ugly. But because I wanted to have a lot more freedom in how I organized my party. Because I think that is where the fun of the entire experience comes from. And in my opinion, that is completely worth dealing with these graphics and the little quirks of this version. Now, I know that the Pixel remasters are coming out soon. In fact, I think they're supposed to drop like just a few days from when I'm recording. And the thing is, there has been surprisingly little information about the Pixel remasters. I do not know how much of the newer releases is going to be included in them. But I can tell you this. If the Final Fantasy III Pixel Remastered uses the original system of abilities and job scaling, and if the Pixel version of Final Fantasy II uses the original scaling, they will not be fun. Even the remade Final Fantasy II is barely fun. But at the same time, I understand the appeal of wanting them to be as close to the original as possible. So I'll see how they go. I literally don't know if I'm going to buy any of them yet, but we will see. In the meantime, I have reached the center, and I have found Leviathan. Only those strong in the light may receive my aid. Let us test the light within you. This is the 7th summon. And the time has come to completely break loose all of my powers. We're going to put haste on Luneth. Alright, that's a lot of damage. I think it only has about as much HP as Odin. So, between that and the fact that I have now upgraded even past Kiraga. Oh! 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 Its attacks can petrify me. That is a really weird effect. But at least I have Kiraja. This is pretty much guaranteed to be a full party heal every time I use it. And I am deeply concerned about that petrification. Luckily, with one boost, Bob can hit for over 7,000. And this is going to heal a stupid amount of damage. Yeah. Oof. I'm nervous every time this thing attacks now. Right, a hasted Iggy will probably reach damage cap. So, show me what you got, Iggy. That was less than your first time. Okay, well, at least I got Thundaga, which is hitting for a very respectable 4,000. And Blep got petrified again. You know what? Blep, you are just so disappointing today. Alright. Oh yeah, this is the weapon we stole. Gungnir? Gungnir? I think that's relatively close to how it's meant to be pronounced. Gungnir is the Spear of Oatmeal. And it has an attack value of 140. It is stronger than every weapon outside of Eureka. And Leviathan has been defeated. I have now earned the 7th summon, and Blep gets no experience at all. Thank you very much, Blep. You were truly useful. Your light is indeed strong. I am at your service. Alright, we got Leviath. Yeah, doesn't it just get even more confusing when you realize that the 7th summon is actually just called its name? Okay. I think I've been putting those on Bob. But you know what? Blep. Okay, I get it, dude. You put up a good fight. You did your best. But we got one more summon to get. And you're going to be a summoner. You're going to show off all of your amazing summoner powers. Which means we should really just exchange your magic with Bob. I think once I leave here, I can never come back. So that's why I was so meticulous about making sure that I got all the bits. It is, of course, a great staple of Final Fantasy that summoners must have a horn on their head. Whether it's biological, whether it's a hat, whether it's some kind of eldritch horror emerging directly out of their skull, who the hell knows? But they all need one. Now, how the hell do I get to Bahamut? Alright. It is time. Still up here on the floating continent. There's the Nepto Shrine. There's the Vikings' lair. And just over here is a cave that can only be reached by the invincible. Blep is the summoner, and Iggy has become a dragoon, so that I may properly show off the Gungnir and the Holy Lance, to show the true power of a properly leveled dragoon. Also, there's a lot of really good treasure in here. I really like good treasure. I have no earthly idea why at this point in the game it's still handing out, like, these low-level spell-casting items. It's such a weird choice. Just, they're not good. You know what? Let's summon a Catastro. Why the hell not? Let's see what kind of actual damage I can bust out with some of my new powers. Also, look at that Gungnir lance. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, a Zontetsuken. That should solve this problem. Hi, Odin. And instantly killed the pterodactyl. And then Iggy attacked for over 5,000. Thank you, Iggy. Yes, he would still be stronger as a thief just because of those ridiculous job levels, but... you know... who cares? I don't have to push myself to the limits of what is possible in order to beat this. I just don't. I can indulge myself. And I think that's fun. Okay, that was over 9,000 damage on a flying enemy. Ooh, even Bob's fists can barely keep up with that. I must succeed. Let's see how strong a mere level 2 summon can be. Hello, Shiva. Okay, so that was 3,000 damage off of a level 2 summon. I would say that that's pretty darn respectable for an in-game class. My Magus, I mean, if Lunith were to cast Arrow... well, actually, they'd be weak to Arrow, so you might actually pull off damage like that, but... yeah, it's just fun. When summoners use their summons, they just go straight to a group damaging attack. None of that white effect, black effect stuff for them. So, I promised some explanations. When you use Odin as an evoker, he will either chuck Gungnir at someone, dealing a lot of damage, or he will use a move that puts Protect on the whole party, which is pretty darn useful, actually. I do not actually remember what Leviathan does. That was a very respectable Ramu. We could test out some Ifrit. It's not like this saber-tooth liger is any threat to me at this point in the game. Those Dragoon outfits are so crazy. Like, is there any reason that your helmet has, like, I mean, if we scale up, those wing adornments have to be, like, a solid meter in length. Is there any particular reason you feel that your helmet needs meter-long adornments? I did get a bow, though. That is pretty sweet. Well, hello there, madam. Have I introduced you to Ifrit lately? Oh, my queen, you are about to die quite horribly. It's quite tragic, really. For you. I mean, for me, you were barely little more than an obstacle. And last treasure, a Katetsu. Okay. This is it. Yes, this Bahamut does know Mega Flare. And no, I don't actually know how powerful that is. Are you strong enough to defeat me? God, I hope so. Hello, Bahamut. I brought one of your friends with me, Leviathan. Perhaps you know them? And we're just going to do Kirajas every turn. We got 10 casts of it. That's more than enough to cover the fight. Especially because Iggy's hitting from max damage every single time he attacks. Because flying enemies are weak against spears. And this is a tidal wave. Leviathan, show him what you can do. Oh, 5,000. 5,500 with pretty low job levels. That is respectable. It is very possible that Leviathan will die this turn and will not even live long enough to hit us with a Mega Flare. Which I would be happy about because I'm kind of scared about... Yep, there we go. Okay. And that's how you kill Bahamut in 2 turns. I hope that everyone enjoyed that, and thanks for coming to my TED Talk on how to kill Bahamut. Everybody gets to level up. And we have obtained the summoning spell, Bahamut. Not bad at all. Whoops. Spells are up here. But I would like to show off the Evoker level powers for this. So Blep's just going to be an Evoker for a minute, and we're going to see if we can show off the white and black effects of Odin, Leviathan, and Bahamut. So, in order to do that, we're just going to kill off some enemies and then try to keep the battle going. Shouldn't be too difficult. Thank you, Bob. We're all very proud of you. Alright, so here is Slash. I guess it doesn't throw New Year. So this must be its black magic effect. 2,000 damage. At this point of the game, I definitely have things that vastly outpace that output. But then again, I'm also, you know, a very low-level evoker, so let's just go through all the motions again, see what happens. Yes, yes, Kiraja, I know how that works. There's another Slash. I don't think it'll die from this. Oh, it did, really. Less than 5,000 health on that thing. That surprises me. Especially when you remember back in the Temple of Time, I was fighting behemoths with over 10,000 HP 5 dungeons ago. And yes, I am still salty about that, and I am even more salty about the King Behemoth in the Ancient Ruins, which was so powerful that I don't even know how strong it is. Alright, just do something. Okay, here's another Slash. Yes, Odin, we're all very proud that you could be here. Can you please show us something other than... Really? Slash hits the entire party. That I did not know. Okay. I think that might make Odin... Alright, so here is the white damage effect. Protective Light. So this puts Protect on every member of the party. I believe it's Protect. Actually, that green color, I think that's Shell rather than Protect. Either way, we're going to move on to Leviathan now. So what can Leviathan do? Nope, that's the healing spell. Oh! No, that's Reflect! Okay! I just healed the entire enemy party, and I can't heal myself. Good to know. Alright, so here is Leviathan's first move for the Evoker, Cyclone. Ah, that hits everyone as well, and is enough to kill. I am very glad that that was enough to kill, because I really screwed stuff up there on Odin. That was not a Protect or a Shell, that was Reflect. Odin can put Reflect on your entire party, apparently. I am really glad I didn't test that anywhere more dangerous. So, let's see if we can get Leviathan's other effect. Nope, that's Cyclone again. Surely one Cyclone isn't enough to kill these. They can't be that weak. Demon Eye. Okay, here we go. This is its other effect. I do not remember what this does. Oh! Okay, given the animation, I'm pretty sure that it just tried to cast Break on every enemy. Tried to turn them all to stone, I think. Which actually would fit with Leviathan from how we fought it, since I was really surprised that it had petrifying attacks. Yes. And as you see, it is completely unreliable. As all great status effect magic is. So, let's check out Bahamut. Unfortunately, Bahamut does not actually have any effect that hurts an enemy. But it does have this. This is Rend. Rend will not hurt an enemy because it's an instant death effect. Which, of course, means it never works. Yes. Evoker summoning is one of the strangest and most poorly balanced aspects of Final Fantasy III. Because the higher level summons really don't necessarily do anything useful. I mean, we saw that Titan is extremely useful because it always attacks. Odin's Slash is very respectable, but under the right circumstances, that protective light can screw you because it's going to stop you being able to use magical healing. Leviathan's Tidal Wave, very powerful, but its other effect, Demon Eye, you know, if you're fighting a boss, that's useless. Most enemies will not be killed by that. Most enemies will also not be affected by Bahamut's Rend. And Bahamut's other ability, which I will show off, is actually really good. But Bahamut's other power is very, very good. But there are still better ways to achieve it. So, all in all, evoking magic is just bizarre in the way it works, and the choices behind it. Like, if I try to put myself in the mind of a developer, I have a hard time really understanding why they made it work the way it does. And even here in the remake, there's no there's no tooltips to explain what could happen either. You basically just have to try it, remember, and hope you get the right effect. Against enemies this week, this may work. Nope. Even against floating continent enemies, for the second landmass you reach, like the sort of enemies you meet right after meeting Desk, the very first time we were casting Mini, even these enemies can resist his instant death effects. But this here is Aura. This is Bahamut's other effect, and it casts haste on the entire party. That is a legitimately good effect. But is it worth keeping an Evoker just because Bahamut has a 50-50 chance of doing that for you? Or because Ifrit has a 50-50 chance of healing you? Not really. The magic is just too unreliable. And, you know, I think it's really unfortunate. Because I actually think that that's a really cool concept for magic in this game, and one that was never really followed up on again, where each summon had, you know, a black magic and a white magic effect. I really like the idea of that. I think that's a really cool design for how these things can work. But it just is not backed up by what the game lets you actually do. So, now I will show off what Leviathan and Bahamut can do in the hands of an actual... well, actually, I already showed you Leviathan while I was fighting Bahamut. So we're going to close out this episode by summoning Bahamut and seeing how quickly it can turn these cup huggles into ash. So I hope you enjoyed your life, cup huggles, because you're getting mega flared. Hi, Bahamut. Can you send these punks to the graveyard, please? There you go. And a low-level summoner, even Bahamut's only hitting for about 5,000 on each target. Could be better, could be worse. And now that I've explained how all of that works, I can finally really get into one of the last classes that I have unlocked. The Sage. Lunith is a sage now. Sages can cast all magic. They do not get as many spell slots as some other classes do. And they can only use the evoker level summon magic. So let's see what I want on my character. A basic fireball, always good to have. For level 2 magic, we may as well go with that. For level 4, I think it's actually worth having Ifrit. So we can learn another level 2 effect. We'll just throw in Mini, in case I have to go anywhere useful. Level 3 effects. So that would be Ramu. I don't really care for his effects. But it does mean I can learn Blizzara. Level 4... What are my level 4 black options? Blizzaga, definitely. Level 5s, that would be Odin. Or, no, Titan. Do I want Titan? What's my other options for level 5? Thundaga. Yeah, why not? The level 6s... What can you do at level 6? You've got... So that would be Odin. So that's Slash and Reflect. I'm not going to be using that but we can learn Firaga. Level 7 is Leviathan. Don't really need that. So what are my options for level 7 black magic? Quake. Alright, there we go. Lunith is now a sage, and Lunith now knows a very substantial amount of power. Also, yes, important thing. Feathered hats. They're actually an upgrade over leathered caps. I've actually had access to them for a very long time. They come from that island town out in the outer world. The town of bards and... yeah. So, I could have had those at pretty much any time. Well, I think the time has come for grinding. Sea voyage. We once went on a sea voyage when we were a bit younger. Halfway through the trip, we saw this huge shadow gliding along our ship. We don't remember exactly where, but it was impressive. Well, thank you for giving me that vital tip. Oh, boy. This begins the hard part of the game, where it is basically nothing but grinding. And I will see you all on the next one. Oh, and I finally remembered to give Sarah back her pendant. My pendant! You fixed it! If I may ask, what does that pendant mean to you? It is a keepsake. The pendant belonged to my mother. Thank you, Iggy, everyone! You can't imagine how much this means to me. Give me a reward. Well, that was worth it.